and I'm here to review the latest episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, episode 12, Into the Woods. Let's get into it. On this episode, it started off from the previous episode where there was an altercation at the restaurant after Phaedra was getting everyone together to tell them her idea about going glamping. And of course, there was a big blowout, and I guess there was really no resolution to that evening. So when it picked back up, Candy and Portia had got into it, so they have a riff. Kenya and Portia got into it, so they have a riff. Portia finds out that Phaedra said some stuff, so she's kind of really not feeling how she, was discussing her, so they kind of have a little riff going on. And of course, as usual, they're going on a trip, and majority of the people are not getting along. At the beginning of the episode, Cynthia decides she wants to help play peacemaker, which I don't understand why, because to me, if Matt is supposed to be so dangerous, if he's busted up your windows multiple times, what type of reconciliation are you looking for? Who in their right mind wants to put up with that? And especially at the stage that you were. You're not married. You were not engaged. I mean, this might have been going on for an extended period of time, but really, what is your attachment to this individual that you just can't walk away from a situation that you try to claim, is so dangerous? So Cynthia goes and talks to Matt to try to, get his side, try to maybe present Kenya's side so that they can discuss it. And she says, well, we know Kenya's a drama queen, and it seems like to me, you a drama king. Well, when she goes back to Kenya and tells her, well, I told him that you're a drama queen, she gets all upset. My thing is this. If we friends, we friends. And I'm going to keep it all the way 100. I'm not going to just tell you what you want to hear. And that's the type of friend that she wants. So I'm not your hired friend. I'm your friend for real. So I'm going to call it like I see it. And if that's how, I feel, if you don't like that, and that's how you present yourself to the world, then change yourself. But I'm not going to change what I say my perception of you is, because that's just what it is. It's my opinion, and it's my perception of you and how you behave. So it looks like their friendship is probably headed for disaster. But that's what they all do. They all jump from person to person, from friendship to friendship. If you look from season to season, different ones go from one to the next. The same way that now Nene and Candy are cool, she said on the Watch What Happens Live. And those two, ever since Candy have been on the show, they have never gotten along. But now Nene is no longer cool with Portia and Phaedra. So who's left? Candy. And who doesn't get along with those two? Candy. So anyway, it's like we friends because we have a common enemy. Shady. But it seems like that's the theme of these Atlanta housewives. Everything is shady, shade. Who can say the shadiest comment? Who can be the shadiest? So anyway, back to the whole glamping thing. It's time to go glamping. Portia doesn't know if she wants to go or not. And to me, I don't understand how, if it is an event that's being put on by Phaedra, how are you, not saying if you're going or not, to Phaedra, how are you bringing extra people and not letting Phaedra know? They have no idea what the accommodations are. I don't even know if they know exactly where they're going, what they're going to do. So before you bring somebody extra, if there's food being prepared, if there's accommodations that need to be met, you would need to let the host know, you would think, so that they can accommodate. Sheree's bringing Marlo out the blue, which of course, her and Marlo was about to fight when they first met because she was on Team Nene and she was dogging Sheree. I don't understand how they are best of friends, but Sheree needs a friend on the show, so I guess that's her hired friend. And then Portia, who nobody knows if she's coming, decides at the last minute she's going to come, and she brings her sister, which I thought her sister just had a newborn baby, so why are you going to the woods? But she couldn't bring Shamia. Speaking of which, Shamia, Candy threw her a I guess congratulatory party. I don't know if it was an engagement party or if it was supposed to be, wasn't a bachelorette. I don't know what she called it, but it was an all white party, but didn't nobody know they were supposed to wear all white. But anyway, it was an all white party being thrown by Candy, and Portia didn't come, and evidently her and Shamia are childhood friends, which I didn't know that they were childhood friends. I thought they were just friends. But she's saying like they're best friends. They've been friends since childhood. So Portia didn't come. But it was the day after she had got into it with Candy. So I feel that because we haven't resolved our issues. And I don't want to be around her, especially in the setting that it was in. If it was a large party with 100 people where, you know, even though it was being thrown by Candy, you could kind of mix and mingle. But it was literally 6 or 7 people. So she would have had to sit right next to her, right in front of her, be up close and personal. And they were just, at that time, the tension was still high. So, I mean, I understand that, you know, she felt like, hey, I don't want to be around her. I don't fault her for not going, even though that was her best friend. Her best friend should know, you got a temper. I don't want to put you in that situation. So it was best for you not to come. Me and you could celebrate over here. Her fiance wasn't there. Her family wasn't there. It wasn't that important of an event for her to try to be like, oh, but Portia wasn't there. You wasn't there for me. I mean, it wasn't that serious. But I love how on this show, everybody be having amnesia. Like, I didn't say that. I don't recall that. Girl, this is TV. You know good and well they're going to show the clip when your butt sat there when that girl said, oh, you know, she sleep with Candy and Ty. And you was like, Basically, like she said about Candy, if your best friend say something, then the world gonna think it's true because that was your best friend. So when your best friend sat there and didn't say, that's not true, don't say that, Phaedra. Basically, you was co-signing it, saying, I ain't gonna say it ain't true, but I ain't gonna say it is. But by not saying nothing, basically, you was saying it's the truth. So, of course, now everybody is on this bus and they ain't been out the parking, the dang on driveway before they already arguing. I don't understand why they can't just sit on the bus and be quiet. Listen to your music, read a book, get a magazine, do Sudoku, do something. But obviously, y'all cannot have conversations with each other. And you know, Sheree is there, messy. And Marlo is even more messy. So you know it's going to be a mess. And that's why Sheree brought Marlo. Because she like, I don't want to be the only one being messy. So I need a messy backup so we can tag team and take turns. I don't know why Candy brought that little random girl. I don't know if they trying to, I don't know who she is, what for. Candy was bringing Lena around, RL's wife, earlier this season, so you would have thought that it would have been RL's wife because she was originally supposed to be a housewife, but they cut her. So why didn't she make it to the camping trip? I guess they done fell out, so who knows? Question mark. Why would you bring somebody on vacation that you just met and don't know? Like, really? So who knows? One thing we do know for sure, this camping trip is going to be a hot mess. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.